Hi guys, Francesca and I have watched another three anime films this week, so I'm back with another anime review. First up is Vampire Hunter D. As you can tell from the case, this is a retro anime, but don't worry, the other two anime films in this video are much more modern and to everyone else's taste, so if you bear with me, the video will get better. Vampire Hunter D is set in the year 12,000 and is the story of a girl who's been bitten by a vampire. And she knows that in 3 or 4 days she will turn into a vampire herself if she doesn't kill the head vampire. So, to do that, she hires a vampire hunter named D. And he chases after the vampire and tries to kill it and save the girl. As some of you may remember, Vampire Hunter D was my novel of the year last year, so I'm quite a big Vampire Hunter D fan. However, the movie does not live up to the book in any way, shape, or form. And this is going to be quite a biased review because the whole time I was watching it, I was thinking, that didn't happen in the book, that didn't happen in the book, that didn't happen in the book. So, yeah, my views are definitely quite tainted, but it's not a great anime. I think it's just too dated. Some of the monster designs look terrible, and it could be a lot better, really. And one of the strengths of the book is the sort of bond between the girl and D, but in this case, they just sort of skip over that and just try and put some really sort of half-assed action scenes in, and yeah, like I say, it's sort of really to the detriment of this film. I did watch it a very long time ago, but and I think I scored it a 4 back then. But rewatching it, I think it's slightly better than a 4, but I'm only going to give it a 5. And that's all I can really say about this, really. There are much better vampire stories in anime to watch, really. I think probably if you want a vampire anime, then you're probably better off watching Hellsing, or alternatively Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, which is a sort of a movie set later in the Vampire Hunter D universe, but you can jump into right away, and it's a lot better than this. Second up is Harmony, which, like I say, is a lot newer. You can probably tell that's even in Blu-ray, so that sort of means a lot newer, really. Um, Harmony is a anime set in a sort of future universe where people, it's a little bit like Psychopaths in that sense, where there's a big sort of government looking over everyone, and people have things put into their chest at birth that sort of monitor their behavior patterns and their calories and all this sort of stuff. And basically, the government's sort of telling everyone how to behave. Like I say, if your calories are too high, they'll issue some sort of medication to make you healthier. And if you get an illness yet again, you'll be fixed right away. So all people in this world are sort of living, hundreds, thousands of years old. And it's basically just a perfect society, really. But obviously, that wouldn't be that entertaining. So things start to go wrong, is all I'm going to say without um, going into too much to Spoilerville, really. Um, what I thought about this anime was actually it was really really good. I really enjoy it. The animation's really crisp. Probably can't tell from the back of the case, but the animation's really really crisp. Some of the backgrounds, they're a little bit plain. It's always like there's just a building in the background or one thing in the background. They're never sort of like putting too much detail in, but it still looks just really crisp and brilliant. And the story itself is really good if you're into sort of sci-fi stuff and stuff that makes you question society and like the way people think. Sort of like it's quite sort of philosophical in that way, and yeah, that's what I really liked about this. In particular, there's some bits where they tell you about the human thought process and how we make decisions, and I found that all really really interesting. So yeah, I would really recommend this to anyone that likes sci-fi anime and or anything to do with Project Ito, really, because that's what this is part of. This is part of a three piece movie collection with Genocidal Organ, Harmony, and Empire of Corpses. Um, as far as recommendations go, um, obviously Psychopaths for the future state controlling everyone sort of thing, and also Ghost in the Shell for the sort of philosophical point of view. Um, if you like either of those two things, check this out. Or if you've seen this movie and like this, then go and check the other two out. Is what I would recommend. But yeah, this is an 8 out. No, I think it was a 7 out of 10. Actually, it was just a little bit too slow, but it was very clever, and that's one thing I like about anime. Last film for you today is Promare, which comes from Studio Trigger, who made Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill and all those sort of things. The story of this is it's set in the future again, but sort of around our time, people randomly start bursting into flames, but they don't die. They sort of learn to control these flames and start causing fires. And there's sort of big world war of the normal humans versus the burning humans, which are called the Burnish in this. And basically, humanity eventually starts getting the Burnish under wraps, and there's only a few Burnish left that sort of go around causing fires, and these sort of Burnish terrorists. And there is a group put in place to stop this, which are basically firefighters. They sort of go around shooting ice cubes at people that are on fire and just try and put it all out. But yeah, basically, this was really, really good. I gave this an 8 out of 10, and I can't recommend it highly enough, really. The animation, yet again, was fantastic. The characters were absolutely brilliant. All the ideas were very, very clever, and as with it being Studio Trigger, they were very, very over the top, but in only a way they can sort of pull off. But yeah, it's a really good one. It's definitely worth checking out, I think. Like I say, as far as recommendations are concerned, if you like anything by Studio Trigger, Gurren Lagann or Kill la Kill, then jump right into this. I think you'll really enjoy it. But if you've watched those things in the past and don't like them, then maybe stay away from this, because, like I say, all the Studio Trigger sort of trademark things are here. Really, like you've got a sort of it's quite a wacky story to begin with, but as with all of their other stuff, it just keeps on getting crazier and crazier until we're basically just in a world of nonsense, but a really sort of funny, enjoyable world of nonsense. And yeah, like I say, I definitely recommend this. 8 out of 10. Check it out. And yeah, that is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. See you guys next time.